This video, we deal with conclusion sentences and how do we craft a strong conclusion sentence to our paragraph. So here is our conclusion sentence. The Persians created a society unmatched during the era of the Mesopotamian civilizations. Think back to our original topic sentence. The Persians exemplified the highest social achievement of the Mesopotamian civilizations. One of the first things we want to make sure is that our conclusion sentence restates our argument of the topic sentence. Second, along with restating the argument, it should be in different words, but still be directly connected. If you refer to the topic sentence, our analytical parameter is social achievement. And if we look at our conclusion sentence now, we see that society is referring and referencing back to the social achievement that we initially stated in the topic sentence. The final step in writing a strong conclusion sentence is to include information that connects to a broader theme. For many of you, this will be a new skill, and one that we're going to go over now so that you have some examples on how to approach this. So, looking back at our conclusion sentence, the Persians created a society unmatched during the era of the Mesopotamian civilizations. There are a couple of different ways you can connect to a broader theme. The first method is to make a reference that's a modern reference. So, for example, we could write similar to the democratic principles of the United States. And that would be a phrase that we would include in our conclusion sentence to connect to a broader theme. Here, we're making the analogy that the United States and its democratic principles were an example of an unmatched social achievement in its era. A second approach or method to including a broader theme, if we look back at to our conclusion sentence, the Persians created a society unmatched during the era of the Mesopotamian civilizations. A second approach, given that we're talking about an ancient civilization, would be to make a similar comparison to another ancient civilization outside of the Mesopotamian era. For example, we could write similar to the literature and amphitheaters of the Greeks. Here, we're making the analogy that the Greek civilization had social aspects that were unmatched during its era, similar to the Persians during its era of the Mesopotamian civilizations. In summary, the tips and tools that we use to write a strong conclusion sentence are making sure it restates the main argument in different words, and secondly, that it connects to a broader theme. I didn't specifically mention, but of course, we want to also ensure that it is a sentence that is grammatically correct. Also, you will note that when we introduce the language for the broader connection, we use similes, similar to. In terms of placement, that phrase can go at the beginning of the sentence or at the end of the sentence. The important aspect is that it is included as a part of the conclusion sentence.